Good afternoon, and welcome to Vicky's Kitchen once again. Oh, wow. So I'm going to be cooking up I wanted chicken and dumpling for New Year's. So when I looked at my freezer, I realized I didn't have any chicken. So I didn't have no chicken, so I decided to use what I have in my kitchen. I don't go out and get anything. I strategize and make it work. Let it do what it do. But first of all, I want to welcome everyone. My name is Vicky Johnson, and I want to welcome all my new subscribers. I have your names down, so if I mess up, please forgive me and correct me. I don't mind being corrected as long as you're nice about it. So my first one is Laura D. I'm not calling out your last name unless you want me to. The second one, That Glitter Hag, and the third is Potty Miracle, and Red Squire, and Alander G. So I want to thank you guys for subscribing to my YouTube channel. So if I have overlooked someone, please let me know. I do apologize in advance. And I want to thank all of my wonderful subscribers who've been with me since day one. And I want to thank the subscribers to come, because, you keep watching, but you have not subscribed yet. So you need to subscribe as soon as possible. I want you to be a part of my family, so we can engage and we can talk. You can ask me questions and just keep watching. I really appreciate everyone for watching my YouTube channel. But today I'm showing you guys how to make homemade dough. And it's only three simple ingredients. Now, some people add a little bit more, such as sugar. In my last video, I think I did because I was baking something or making something or whatever. I have so many videos out there I can't remember. But this is homemade dough. So when I make my homemade dough, because I really want to make chicken and dumpling and a peach cobbler. So half of this dough, if I don't use it all, then I will split it in half and make my dough for my peach cobbler. But I am showing you guys. So all you need is either self-rising flour, or you can use all-purpose flours. It's up to you. Whatever you have in your pantry, use it. Don't go out and buy anything, because this is a video to teach you guys how to just use what you have, and stop spending a lot of money. So if you don't have it, alternate it and be creative. Think of some ideas. So you can use all-purpose flour or self-rising flour. I have both. So I decided to use the self-rising flour, but you don't have to. And I have salt. On the self-rising flour, 2 cups. On the salt, 1 tablespoon. And then you're going to need a cup of water. So I didn't have a measuring cup, but I did a cup that I had in my pantry. So that's why I say use what you have. And you kind of eyeball it and know what to do if you've been cooking that long. But if you don't, just follow me. Keep following me. I will definitely teach you. So this is the outcome. See how thick and firm it is coming together. So you want to continue to add flour to it. And you don't want it to be too sticky, and you don't want it to be too firm. So over here, I didn't have a rolling, I didn't have a long, one of those long pans. This is a pizza pan. So that's why I say use what you have in your kitchen. And when I was moving, I definitely don't know what happened to all my stuff. But anyway, that's another topic. So what I'm gonna do is add some flour, toss some flour on there. So when I roll it out, I'm gonna toss the flour. Just toss some flour on there. Have the flour close by you, and I have my my pot boiling, because what I'm gonna do, I had some leftover turkey. So what I'm gonna do is just scrape it off there, use the meat that I have, and I have some more meat that I had left over. It's not that much, but I'm gonna scrape it off of there. And what I can't scrape off of there, I will boil it and just pick the bones out. So it's smoked turkey. That's gonna be interesting. See how this turn out. Smoked turkey. Never had it, but hey, I might thought of something new. You never know. So use what you have. You don't have to go out and try to figure out, hey, I need to do this and I need to pick up that, and no, don't do that. Don't do that. So let me see how much, and if we just have a little bit on here, then that's fine. That's fine with me. I might have to get me a knife to pick it on out and put it, but it looks like it's a pretty good much on there here. So I'm just putting it in the water, what I can get off of here, because I'm going to be zigzagging, going back and forth about the dough, but I want to get some things brewing up here. And this is turkey, so it's going to be turkey dumpling, okay? It haven't really started boiling like it should. This is already pre-cooked, so I know it's not gonna take long. And I would get it all off of here. And like I said, if I have to boil the whole thing, and the meat will come off, the rest of the meat will come off itself. And then I really don't have to add my seasoning because it's already seasoned. So that's gonna make the turkey dumplings taste better. It's already seasoned. I got this turkey in Tyler, Texas at Greenberg. Every year I travel there too. If I don't do it Thanksgiving, I would definitely do it Christmas, before Christmas. And of course, you know, we down to the bone, so it was good. And that's why I say use what you have. I have learned how to use what I have in my pantry, in my kitchen. It's just using what you have. And I guess it's called, you know, being smart and budgeting and wisdom, whatever you want to call it. I used to spend a lot of money back in the days, 2014, 2015, 2016, just waste a lot of money, just spending. And so after I got divorced, it just taught me years later to watch my spending, be careful, you know, make better choices. And I'm glad I did, because I save a lot now because of the choices. If I have to think about it twice, you know, then that's a no. But if I really think about it, and my heart is good with it, then I go for it. But if I have to, you know, I don't know, let me think about it, so most of the time when I say that, it's a no deal. I normally, I have learned that if I say something like that, most of the time, it's not good for me. And I can sleep on it and have the same idea or the same answer when I wake up. That is a no deal. So, yeah. I got a few of it in here, and the rest of it, I would probably have to put it in here and let the rest of the meat come out. I got some down here. I don't want no skin at all, but I will pick through here and let the rest of the meat come off of here. And let it do what it do. So, you see how it is? So let me put it on this pan and get this out the way. Let me put it right here for now. So, oh, I love the way that just flopped on out of there. Then I put some flour on top. Then I'm finna mash it around with my fingers. And you don't have to have a rolling pin. I'm just old fashioned. And if I didn't have a rolling pin, guess what? I would use a jar. I would use my hands. I would use anything that I can. If you don't have, you know, you have a jar, a cup that you can roll around. And some people do it with their hands, you know. Let me get a little flour. I rub a little flour on this, on my rolling pin. Let me put this aside. Let me push that back. I done showed y'all what to, oh yeah, on the water, you need a cup of warm water. 1 cup of warm water. Then you're gonna roll it out. Now you can make your dough thick or you can make it thin. And I can't roll it out real good on here, but I'm gonna definitely let it do what it do. And see, y'all don't worry about whether you have enough room. Just do it one section at a time, then do the other side. There's no need to stress yourself over things that you can handle, you can control. So, once that out, once you got to hold it together so it can cut. Cut down the way. And it's so easy, you can always make some more dough up for your cakes and pies and dumpling. You see, here it is. Uh-oh. Here it is right here. Now, I like to make mine in balls. Some people like to make theirs in strips. And see how I make that in balls? Let me get me a plate. Because I'm not ready to dump it in there, but I'm just showing you guys you can make it in a bowl if you choose. You can make it in scripts. Depends on how large you want your dumplings. Scripts. You can make them in scripts like that. So you have a choice, but I prefer mine in a bowl. I guess because I grew up like that. I saw my mama and my grandmother. They would do it in bowls. So, you know, it's just one of those family things. So here you go. I hope y'all can see that. So I prefer mine in bowls. And yeah, you can keep adding the flour on top if you want it firm, much firmer than what I have. But yeah, that is simple. So I want to talk about, while I'm cutting this, I want to talk about yesterday. I went out yesterday and looked at some tiny homes, and I looked at some mobile manufactured homes. I wasn't pleased with the manufactured homes. I mean, they just sent me on a wild goose chase. I asked them, I wanted something not in the city limits, but not too far from the city limits. And I said, I want to, be like 2 or 3 miles out city limits. So I want to be close to the shopping malls, the grocery stores, so I won't have to travel far. And she said, yeah, we have this little old community that I think you'll be pleased with. First of all, it was probably between 5 to 10 miles out. When I got there, the office wasn't open. It wasn't a clean trailer park. So that was a no-no. Then when I got there, she gave me, before I left her, she gave me the trailer units where I can look in it. So when I got there, it wasn't open and I couldn't get in. And I text her and I say, well, do you have a code? The door is not opening, blah, blah, blah. And she texts me back, well, you can't go in until you do a pre-approval, and it's $1,000. But it's refundable. Are you kidding me? And I'm like, no, I'm not going to pay you $1,000 just to look in there and be pre-approved. What if I don't like it? Well, it's non-refundable. Nope, I'm not doing that. So I decided to leave there, and I Googled another place, and we went to the tiny home place. Oh, I loved it. When I called the people, they said, yeah, come on in. It might be a little waiting list, waiting time because we're very busy. And I didn't realize, I know a lot of people buying tiny homes, but yeah, the wait was not bad. It wasn't really bad, but, but he did say he was real nice. His name was Chase. And we got to talking. He was from Rockwall, Texas. And I talked to, it was Chase and I think Chuck. I might be wrong on them. But anyway, they both were nice guys. So they said, well, while you waiting on us, because we busy, we have people ahead of you, then we have some homes that's already open up and available to look in. which I thought that was pretty cool. You just not sitting there waiting on them. They keep your mind occupied while you are waiting on them. So I thought that was pretty neat. And my son and I, that was on the video yesterday, we walked around and we looked at some. And so we really enjoyed that. But at the end of the day, I saw about 9 tiny homes, and I was exhausted because I have neuropathy in my left foot. And I was like, oh my God. But it was good exercise. I thought later on I would pay for it, but actually, it didn't hurt as much. So that was telling me I need to get out more and do that exercise and down to this and down to that. And so at the end of the day, I asked my son, I say, well, what do you think? He say, well, whatever you think. He say, I'm down with it. It's your life. I say, that's true, but I want you to be a part of it. And he said, well, what do you think? I say, I like them, but they was a little bit expensive. The basic, generic, just the plain Jane was like the 1 bedroom, 1 bath. It was plain. So it started out at $70,000, okay? So I wanted amenities in it. I wanted, the upgrades, and it didn't have it no, that was I'm sorry, that was the mobile home for 1 bedroom, 1 bath. That was $70,000. Okay, the first one at the tiny home, it was like $80,000 and something, but it was upgraded, and I really like it. But you have to figure out where you're gonna put this. Manufactured home, tiny home. If you don't have no land, they have a land package now, but it's gonna cost you a little bit more. The home may cost you $80,000, and you might wind up spending $130,000 or $150,000 or more with the land package. Then the down payment depends on your credit. When I talked to them yesterday at this tiny home place, and they said, well, you know what? Our credit score starts out at 580. I was good on that part, And he said it ranged from 580. We can do something with that. It depends on your credit score. And I said, okay, well, that's good to know that people can come here with, if they have a score of 580, and to get them a tiny home. But you have to remember, your credit score, you get what you pay for one thing, then the credit score kicks in, you're going to get another thing. So it may be basic, it may not have all the whistles and horns, and it might not be the upgrade that you want, but you can get into one. And the down payment, I asked him, I say, so what is the down payment on a $80,000 home? He said, well, it depends on your credit, and it depends on what you want. So he said, let me give you a ballpark. You might be looking at $10,000 to $20,000 down, and that includes the land. With the land, the land is extra, but they will combine it together where you will have a monthly payment between 14, 15, 11. Well, he said it starts out $11,000 and it can go up to 15, depends on your credit and what you want. So I was like, okay. But at the end of the day, when I collected all that information and saw some beautiful homes, and I thought about it, I don't have the land yet, so I would try to get the land package. Then I thought about it, you know, that's very expensive. And the monthly payments, you know, for a tiny home could range from $1,100 all the way up to $1,500 a month with a 30-year mortgage payment. So I thought about it, and I told my son, I said, well, you know what? I said, I think I will back away from that for right now and look in the RV section. See if I want to do some RVs, count up the costs, such as the repairs, the gas, the tires, the maintenance, all of that, count it up. Then I have to do my research about the rules and the regulations from state to state if I decide to go and travel, which I want to do that. I really want to do that. And I was thinking about, I said maybe it'd be cheaper for me to have house on wheels where I can just roll from city to city, state to state. But I still have to do my research about the rules and regulations, the camping sites, and how much they charge on electric hookup and water hookup and camping overnight or whatever for weeks or months. So I have to take all that into consideration along with the maintenance, because we're going to have to, if I'm traveling around, I'm going to make sure my vehicle, my travel trailer is up to par. Everything's up to par on that part. So it kind of weighs its options, you know what I'm saying? And so I don't know, because I don't want to, I'm 60 years old, and I don't want to be stagnated in a place like I am now, you know. If I want to go, I want to go. If I want to sightsee, I want to do that. You know, I don't want to be tied down anymore, especially now that I don't really have anything to hold me back. Like I said, my mom passed this month in December, and it's been hard for me, but you know, I'm putting the pieces back together. My life, I'm getting it back on track, and this is something before she died. Let me explain this. Before she even died, so this is not a phase that I'm going through. Before she even died, you know, passed away, I thought about traveling. I thought about getting a tiny home. I thought about the RV life. You know, it was just a thought up here in my mind. So it's nothing that I conjured up when she passed away. No, this is something I've been meditating and thinking about for quite some time. So that being said, don't think that this is something I'm just now thinking about doing. No, this been in the back of my mind probably about 5 or 6 years or more. I know since 2017, it's been, you know, back there in my mind. But I really haven't acted off of it until now. I started, you know, showing videos of where I'm going to places and asking questions, doing my research, checking everything out. So it's not anything new up under the sun. But anyway, I'm going to save this dough right here for my peach cobbler. But anyway, appreciate all of you guys. Make sure y'all like, subscribe to my YouTube channel. Make sure y'all continue to follow me. If you have any questions or anything like that, so make sure that you, you know, talk to me. And I definitely will talk to you back. So if I forgot anyone, please forgive me. Count it to my head, not to my heart. And I hope you guys have a wonderful, wonderful new year. Speaking of New Year, I'm thinking about going to watch night. I'm not sure because my church is so far away now, and traveling that time of morning, I'm not sure, but I don't know. I will see. Um, because I don't want to say yay or nay, but I would definitely see. And if I decide to go, y'all be praying for me because you know how New Year's and these bullets and people drunk and driving crazy. So that's why I really don't know. I really have to think about it. So anyway, here's my outcome. So I will update y'all on the turkey dumplings. I will update y'all and come back. And who knows what else I may have cooking for tonight. I like to do sit down Q&A that I do, or I like to share my knowledge of what I learned. So, you know, normally I have videos like that sharing my knowledge of what I learned, about the housing crisis, about tiny homes. So since I shared a lot on here today, then I probably won't have anything, too much of anything to sit down and share later on about what I learned about the tiny homes. Then too, I'll probably go back over again what I learned about the tiny homes, the manufactured homes, the information I just gave out. I'll probably do it again, and I'm sitting down and just really talking to you guys instead of in my kitchen cooking. So y'all have a wonderful New Year's and be safe out there. Be safe. Be safe. I love each and every one of y'all. Thank y'all, thank y'all, thank y'all. Keep subscribing, sharing my videos. Tell everybody about it because these videos that I make here in this kitchen is to save money, cut back, especially if you're on a budget and you have children and you just don't know how to cook or want to learn how to cook things from scratch or whatever you have in your kitchen. We'll let it do what it do. We'll make it work. All right? All right. See you then. Thank you. Bye-bye.